Hello and welcome to this live chat session. Tizabi, Kasat Salman, Hancock Gabri Selassie, and Weed, Wonder, Yasin Usman. Ruby has joined after a few days. Bromi, Kingpin, Effie, Dream Without a Dream, Michael Assefa, Simon, Farax, Yasin, Fana. Thank you for joining. Thank you all of you for joining this live chat session. It's wonderful to be here to talk to you. First question from Vovo. TPLF. Someone is saying Sajid is Oromo. No, Sajid is not Oromo. But Sajid loves Oromos. Sajid loves Tigrayans. Sajid loves Amharas. Sajid loves Ethiopians, Sunnis, Pakistanis, Indians. Sajid is all love for all of you. What is your return on investment on reporting this war? My return is what I get from you, and you are giving me the return by telling me that what's your return. Do you think first question, someone asked about TDF trapped. Can TDF come out of this trap? I just a few minutes ago did a video. I informed you about 6 fronts. TDF is not trapped on all fronts. It's just one front, Debre Tabor. Yes, there is problem for TDF on this front. Debre Tabor, it's trapped there, but it's not trapped on other fronts. On Vuldia, on even on Debark, it's not trapped. So we cannot say that TDF is trapped, all of its units are trapped in Amhara. It's not like that. What happened on Debre Tabor front, it was some problem with the network here. I'm losing it again and again. Let me check this problem. Okay, let's continue. Uh, it was very much expected what happened on the Debatable front because Gondar, Bahirdar, Debatable, these are the areas in the heart of Amhara region. They'll try their best. They'll fight for the control of these areas, to defend these areas. So, okay, now. So on Debatable front was very much expected. Uh, uh, I think terrain region without securing its back. It has opened 10 fronts. TDF is fighting on 10 fronts in Amhara Afar regions. It's too much, I think, if you're fighting on so many fronts and on an unfamiliar terrain. It's definitely, it will have its repercussions. So we could see a change in TDF strategy in coming days, I think. Yunus is saying, who led TPLF? They work for United Ethiopia or for independence? Did not get your question. Michael is asking, has Eritrean military fully taking over the Volcaic Sage de Homera while ENDF is relocated to Amhara? Yes, we heard about Eritreans taking control of almost entire western Tigray. Amhara forces ENDF were relocated from western Tigray to Debre Tabor front. After that, we saw TDF facing resistance on Debre Tabor front. And after the relocation of Amhara forces from western Tigray, TDF also launched an attack on western Tigray. But western Tigray is still under Eritrean control. There is presence of some forces, ENDF Amhara as well. It's not that entire strength of Amhara ENDF is out of western Tigray, but mainly western Tigray is now being controlled by Eritrean forces. Kinfei is asking, rationally speaking, can TDF defeat these all forces, ENDF, EDF, and drone technology? Well, TDF fought all these forces in Tigray, even more than that. There were Eritrean forces, Ethiopian National Defense Forces, Amhara forces, Afar Special Forces, and some drones as well. The difference is that TDF was fighting on its home soil back then. Now it's in foreign land, I would say. So it does not have that much local support. It is not that much familiar with terrain here. That is why it's facing problems here. Otherwise, it has faced all these forces in Tigray. Do you think SPLF is a puppet of TDF or rebel group? It remains to be seen about SPLF. Making the group so far has not made any official announcement. We're waiting for some sort of official confirmation from this group. But definitely, if this group announces to join hands with TDF and OLA, it means that it has backing of TDF. Daily Africa, why are we not hearing Iranian drone action? Yes, I have this question as well. Why is that we are not seeing any drone strikes? Well, we are hearing of airstrikes. We heard of airstrikes on Mount Guna. So how will you differentiate between airstrikes and a drone strike? There might have a front. Theodros is saying you are junta or junta, whatever you said. And someone would say now that you are a PP payee. PP pays you. Julanda is saying OLA is useless and as ally. Do you think there will be a Sudanese offensive? No, Sudan won't directly intervene here. Sudan is not in a position to launch a full-scale war. Why would Sudan do that? Sudan got Fashaga. It's building roads, bridges there. It got the territory, a very fertile territory. So there's nothing in it for Sudan to launch an attack on Tigray. Sudan can back TDF soldiers and other elements which are on Sudanese soil. But Sudan won't launch a direct attack on Western Tigray or Amhara region. Kasa is asking, how long before TDF controls Dasi? TDF is in a Wareda, which is between Vuldia and Dassi. But this debris Tabor loss will have impact on other fronts too. I think TDF's advance towards Dassi will be slowed down now, and we might see TDF facing resistance there as well, like we saw on debit war front. So I don't think TDF is going to enter Dassi in 1, 2, or 3 days. It will take time now. If TDF managed to remain in control of Valdia and the areas to the south of Valdia, eternal reflection, Sajid, why are you so pro TPLF? I don't know why you people say I'm pro TPLF. I am reporting each and every claim of Amhara forces, Ethiopian National Defense Forces. I am sharing their pictures, videos. I don't know why you say I am pro TPLF. I've been sharing pictures with you from TPLF side when they shared pictures from Debark, from Kamri Dinge, from Gashina, from Lalibela. Now I'm sharing pictures from ENDA, from Amhara side. But it will keep on happening. I'll share from both sides. I don't know why you people say I'm pro TPLF or pro Abiy. Important question. Is TDF capable of capturing and holding large cities? Yes, important question. That is the question. Can Tigray Defense Force take control of main cities like Bahidar, Gond, and remain in control of those cities? It's difficult. It's very difficult. TDF will have to revisit its strategy. You cannot just open 10 fronts and you just start fighting in zone 2 of Afar, zone 4 of Afar, western Tigray, Debark, North Gondar, South Gondar, North Wallo, South Wallo. You cannot do that. You'll have to review your strategy. You'll have to focus on 2 or 3 main fronts, I think. If you do it more than that, you will be overstretched and your spy line. Milk can TPLF enter Eritrea? TPLF will attack Eritrea in desperation, I think. It wouldn't be wise to attack Eritrea, but cornered if its survival is in danger, it might attack Eritrea. Otherwise, no, it will just put pressure upon Amhara region Afar. It won't attack Eritrea. But in desperation, anything can happen. Like we saw when TDF fired missiles at Asmara in the second week of November. That missile launch was an act of desperation. I have said that I have said that in previous videos too, that it was an act of desperation on the part of TPLF when it fired missiles on Bahir Gondar, and Eritrea in the second week of November. I mean, what did TPLF and TDF achieve out of firing those missiles? It was an act of desperation. TDF was losing, TDF was withdrawing from main cities, so it just fired missiles. It can happen now as well. If TDF is cornered in Amhara region, in western Tigray, it might do something like that. Hapte saying they have to regroup. They have to regroup and revisit their strategy as well. You cannot fight on so many fronts. Your supply lines will be too extended and they'll be in danger. If you ask my opinion, what should TDF do, or what it should have done, I think TDF should have moved towards Dassi instead of moving towards Dabretabor. If TDF had captured Dassi, it would have been in a position to join hands with OLA. OLA from Romania, TDF from Dasi, they could have jointly put pressure upon Amhara region. Instead, TDF launched dual attack on Dasi and on Depretabor. This strategy has failed, I think. TDF should go for Dasi first. It should not move towards Bahirdar, Gondar. Someone is asking, do you think TDF's capacity is destroyed? A lot. I think that is what I read. It has suffered losses on one front. I've been saying that since morning today. It has suffered losses on one front. It's not that it's out of this war. It has been completely destroyed. No, you'll see TDF advancing other fronts. What's going to be expected from UN Security Council meeting next week? Nothing is expected from there because UNSC will be split. Russia, China on Ethiopian government side, and US, Ireland on TDF, TPLF side. You wouldn't see anything at the UN Security Council meeting. Do you think Turkey will supply Abiy with drones? I don't know. But I last night shared a video with you. Some cargo flights have landed in Ethiopia. The flights took off from an airport in Turkey. The airport is known for shipping TB2 drones. That is what I know. Because when I covered Azerbaijan-Armenian war, I knew about that airport back then, that this airport was involved in shipping drones to Azerbaijan. So it might be happening here, but no confirmation. It's pure speculation so far. By the way, Turkey intervenes openly most of the time. Whenever it intervenes, it does not intervene secretly. So if Turkey has decided to intervene in Ethiopia, it will intervene publicly. Keeping in view that Turkey has huge investments in Ethiopia, Turkey shouldn't be a party to this conflict. Turkey has billions of dollars worth investment in Ethiopia. Daily Africa says you're giving advice to TPLF, so that is why you are paid by TPLF. I can give advice to ENDF as well, if someone asks a question about that. What should ENDF do? Let's talk from this perspective. ENDF should make use of their newly acquired drones. It should deploy newly recruited soldiers, and ENDF should ensure it's in control of Western Tigray. The pressure which TDF is facing is because Ethiopian National Defense Forces, Amhara Eritrean forces, they have managed to remain in control of Western Tigray. Surprisingly, TDF could not gain any ground in Western Tigray since Mekelle came under TDF control in the last week of June. Their defense of Western Tigray is amazing, I would say. So they are doing well on that front. But they took TDF's attack on Raya very lightly. So TDF captured Koram Alamata, it went east, it went west into Afar, into Amhara. Now they have realized that it's the time to strike back. And they have allowed TDF to come deep into Amhara region. Now when TDF is deep into Amhara region, they are cutting off TDF supplies. The strategy is working. Alamata Quorum was abandoned, not captured. No Quorum, there was fighting near Quorum. Alamata was abandoned, you're right, but there was fighting near Quorum. Quorum was taken by TDF after heavy fighting. What was the main reason to blocking Western Tigray? What do you mean? Someone is saying, Sajid, you should watch Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I don't watch any channel. I try to build my independent analysis. I know dozens of people who are working on Tigray, but I do my research. I try to develop my own analysis of this situation. I could be right, I could be wrong, but I think I should work independently without taking hints or clues from anyone. People share comments, mails with me, tweets with me. I receive thousands of these comments, mails, and these things from viewers, from both sides, from all sides. Then I try to build my own analysis. Eternal is saying you are one of the very first sources about this war. Thank you. Why doesn't TPLF penetrate Volkayt, Sagade? Yes, we were talking about that a few minutes ago, that Amhara forces, Eritreans, ENDF, they have secured Western Tigray. Their defensive strategy is working there. Despite efforts, TDF could not enter Volkayt, Sagade, and Amhara. Will US announce further sanctions on Abiy? Important question. Yes, US could announce sanctions, but sanctions are producing proving to be counterproductive. I mean, Abiy is boycotting US officials. Abiy is not meeting with them. Samantha Power, Jeffrey Feltman could not meet with Abiy. So if US imposed more sanctions, we could see Abiy's government boycotting US. We could see Abiy banning US aid as well. So it's a very important decision for US whether to impose sanctions on Ethiopian government or to involve some mediators, some supporters, other countries like Kenya, UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and to make a sort of joint front against Ethiopian government. But sanctions did not work. US imposed sanctions a few weeks ago on Ethiopian government. Ethiopian government did not give in. TDF don't have public support in Amhara Afar. Very understandable, yes, they don't have public support in Amhara Afar. Only some opposition groups are backing them. Otherwise, they don't have large-scale support in Afar and Amhara. 300,000 persons have been displaced in Amhara, Afar, after TDF started its offensive. So who would support them here? Britannia is saying TDF military strategies are changing now. Can you tell us, Britannia, what change is going to happen in TDF strategy? What's the ENDF Air Force hesitation taking out strategic road? I did not get your question. Tizabi says that why do you think the international community refrained from calling TPLF a banned group? TPLF is a political party. It's not a group. It's not like OLA. It's a political party which remained in power for decades. You cannot designate TPLF a banned outfit with the stroke of your pen. It has remained in power for decades. It's a political party. That is why no one in the international community will recognize it as a banned outfit. YB says, give some advice for peaceful resolution. I have been saying about resolution, I have been giving an advice to people don't like my advice, both sides. My advice is very simple. Negotiate over Western Tigray. Western Tigray is the bone of contention right now. Only solution to this conflict is some sort of joint control of Western Tigray. Give TDF corridor with Sudan. You can give TDF, you can give parts of Amhara, Volkait to TDF. Amhara can remain in control of Sagade and some parts of Amhara region. So you need to divide Western Tigray so that both sides are happy. So both sides can agree to it. Only solution to this conflict is talks over Western Tigray. Someone is saying never. Yes, that is what I hear when I give this advice. It will never happen. Do you think a call for dialogue is sincere this time? No, it's not. I did a video that in the day today. This is not a new call. We have been hearing about that for the past few weeks. This call is not for the resolution of Tigray conflict. It's a general call. We don't know TPLF will be invited to these talks or not. TPLF wants that preconditions must be met before any talks. TPLF's 8 I'll have to leave you. So network is creating problems here. It's becoming difficult to talk continuously. We'll have another live chat session in the next. I think now we should wrap up this live chat session. Problem is making it difficult for me to talk continuously. TPLF may have hacked your network. Lastly, viewers, just a short message before I log out. Viewers, please try to promote peace. Whether you are from Amhara or Tigray region, don't spread hate, viewers. Whoever is getting killed in this war, whether Amharas, Tigrayans, or Fars, all are human beings, common men, women. try to create atmosphere of harmony, of peace. Don't be a tool of spreading misinformation, a tool of spreading hate. If this hate isn't going to serve the purpose of anyone in Ethiopia. Ethiopia as a country is becoming weak. Tigray as a region is becoming weak. Amhara as a region is becoming weak. Ethnic hatred on the rise. So please play your role, play your part in trying to spread a message of peace, not a message of hate. And don't mistrust each other. I mean, people say, Sajid, don't consult Amhara sources. They are liars. Others say, Sajid, don't consult TPLF sources. They are liars. Don't channelize. There are good and bad people in each and every community. No community is liar as a whole. So don't mistrust each other. Mistrust is the basis of hatred, viewers. And hatred can weaken, it can destroy the best of countries, the best of communities. This war is a dirty war. We have seen massacres in this war which were committed along ethnic lines. If we keep on spreading hate, this atmosphere of hate will lead to further massacres. That is why discuss whatever you want to discuss about this war. Discuss it rationally, practically. Don't spread any hate towards any community. Thanks for watching. See you in the next session, because network problem is making it difficult for me to talk continuously. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye-bye.